This is 5 on your side at noon. Focused on you.
As we go on the air at noon, we are in weather alert, anticipating another round of strong storms. An earlier storm downed between 6 and 8 power poles in Medora and Brighton, Illinois. That's just north of St. Louis in Macoupin County. It knocked out power for about 10,000 customers. We're told most businesses in the area are closed right now because they have no power. We've also had reports of semi-trucks being blown over on I-55 between Litchfield and Farmersville. Thanks for being here at noon. I'm Kay Quinn. Now, showers are lingering before another line of storms arrive this afternoon. Meteorologist Tracy Hinson here with the Weather First forecast.
Thank you, Kay. And Scott here waiting off in the wings as well. We're all working on this for you together, and Gary Frank will be in later on today. We're tracking those showers and storms as they made their way out. It was a very active morning out there with a few isolated tornadoes possible. The National Weather Service will be investigating those. Right now it is dry and it is a little bit sunny in a few areas. I don't like to see that. Any extra heat will add to the energy of the storms later on today. Temperatures right now are in the upper 60s. Winds are out of the south at just under 16 miles per hour. Now through the rest of our day today, I do expect those storms to come in later on this afternoon, and we have the potential that some of those could grow to be severe. So we'll be watching that this afternoon. The main risks today are damaging hail with the possibility for an isolated tornado. Now tonight, those storms will wrap up. We'll drop down to around 50 degrees. Winds will be out of the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. I think we're going to be in the clear from these storms between 10 and 11 o'clock tonight.
All right, thank you, Tracy. Stay with 5 on your side for the latest on the forecast and the developing weather situation. We'll have live updates on air, online at ksdk.com, and on the 5 on your side app. Hours earlier, the same storm dumped over a foot of snow in Colorado. Take a look. The Denver area got 18 to 36 inches overnight, up to 2 feet in the suburbs. More snow is expected this evening. Travel has been difficult to nearly impossible there. School has even been canceled. Investigators are searching the banks of the Cumberland River in Nashville, but there's still no sign of Riley Strain. The University of Missouri student has been missing now since Friday night. Last night, people in his hometown of Springfield, Missouri showed support for his family. Francis Watson has the story.
Probably the best thing we can do is pray and ask God to give wisdom to them as they're looking, and just pray for Riley's safe return.
It's been 5 days since 22-year-old college student Riley Strain went missing. Wednesday night, the Springfield community gathered to show their support for Strain's family by way of a candlelight vigil.
Riley's such a good kid.
For Strain's grandparents, the outpouring of support is comforting.
It's wonderful that so many people are just, they're sharing, hoping to bring him home.
The Springfield native got kicked out of Luke Bryan's bar in Nashville, Tennessee Friday night. The next day, his friends reported him missing. Surveillance video from several sources shows Strain stumbling as he walks around the downtown area. He continues to make his way down the street towards the Cumberland River. According to Strain's family, authorities are searching the river but haven't found any sign of him.
Well, that's what's kept us going, is all the leads and stuff, so we're just trying to get help anywhere we can.
Close family friend Chris Dingham says he's in contact with Strain's family in Nashville.
Because it's the amount of people that love, care, friends of friends, friends of family, that's the outpouring trying to find Riley, and just want to support us, the family members that are here locally.
And says having a tight-knit community in Springfield is important.
It makes you feel glad we're at home.
Riley was in Nashville for a spring break with a group of friends. According to his family, his fraternity brothers didn't realize he never made it back to the hotel until early Saturday morning. Meanwhile, the Tennessee Alcoholic Beverage Commission is launching an investigation into the bar. Investigators want to see if bartenders there may have overserved Riley before they asked him to leave. We continue to follow the health of this young girl severely injured during a fight in St. Louis County. Kaylee Gaines' family says she may have permanent brain damage and remains in a coma. The 16-year-old is a student at Hazelwood East High School. Another girl slammed her head into the ground several times during a fight just blocks away from the school last Friday. That 15-year-old girl is in juvenile custody. President Biden opposing the planned sale of U.S. Steel to Nippon Steel. The sale would impact hundreds of workers at the steel plant in Granite City. Japan-based Nippon Steel announced in December it plans to buy the Pittsburgh-based steel producer for $14 billion. It raised concerns within the federal government about what the transaction could mean for unionized workers and supply chains. Nippon promises no job losses. Check out this scene caught on camera. Burglars breaking into a South St. Louis church 3 times in the last week. They caused massive damage and stole thousands of dollars worth of equipment. Mount of Olives Ministry is the same church where a woman told police someone held her captive and tortured her. 5 on Your Side's Robert Townsend has the story you'll see only here.
Security cameras caught the stunning crime at Mount of Olives Ministry in South St. Louis on video last Wednesday night.
When I went to open up this door, the whole thing fell sideways because they had popped the pins out of it.
Pastor Arlie Singleton is the former owner and a supporter of the church near Marceau in South Minnesota. He says several burglars in hooded jackets and caps broke through the church's metal basement door and got inside.
I would say they were conniving. They were opportunistic, and they didn't care about other people.
He says you can see one of the guys had a gun in his hand. Behind him, another crook carried 2 small luggage bags as they and others fanned across the church.
They had piled a lot of items here in the room to take.
From the foyer,
they had pictures of some of the leaders of the church that was here on the wall, and they ripped them all down.
To rooms near the sanctuary.
They stole every computer, every monitor.
To every office, including the pastor's.
Every single chair in here is sliced.
Singleton says the burglars caused more than $30,000 in damage during the 3 break-ins.
She's a very sweet lady. I've known her for quite a few years, and her heart is just broken.
The crooks definitely didn't show this church any mercy. You can see they also cut the glass out of these wooden doors, and once inside this sanctuary, they also damaged stained glass windows. You can see cracks are now embedded in these windows. What's more, the criminals carved an offensive message on the pastor's desk and on another piece of furniture. Pastor Singleton says it is no surprise after a woman accused 3 men of holding her captive at the church.
I just think these poor people, they have been through waves of trauma.
Robert Townsend, 5 on Your Side.
Now, as a result of the break-ins, the congregation will have to cancel services at the church this Sunday. Still ahead, many fear Congress is trying to ban TikTok, what the measure actually does, plus a possible sale of the social media app, and a frightening health scare for one of Hollywood's biggest stars.